Welcome to Me and You Outside. I'm going to do something today that I have always wanted to do. You know, when you drive down the highway, there's one animal. There is one animal that you see killed on the road more than any other in this part of Missouri, and probably other states too, like Texas and Oklahoma, and that is the armadillos. There's so many armadillos in this part of the country nowadays, it's ridiculous. Now, 30 years ago, if I'd have seen an armadillo in Missouri, it would have freaked me out because I would have had no idea what it was. And now they have all migrated this direction from the west. And I mean, we have armadillos everywhere. And they are on the highway. You go down the highway and you just see dead armadillo after dead armadillo. Well, I'm driving to St. Louis this morning, my wife and I. In fact, my wife is right back here. She's putting stuff in the car. And she's going to do the driving so I can count dead armadillos from here to St. Louis. That's about 220 miles from here to St. Louis. And I'm going to see how many dead armadillos are on the highway. I'm going to count every one of them. The best way you can identify a crushed, smashed armadillo on the highway is by the tail. And that's the dead giveaway that it is an armadillo. So I'm going to do this today. We're going to drive to St. Louis. I'm going to count armadillos. We're going to see how many there is. And there's going to be a ton of them. I can tell you right now, we're going to find a dead armadillo probably every mile or two, at least every 2 or 3 miles, a dead armadillo. And it's going to be kind of fun and kind of interesting. So stay right there. Let's see how many dead armadillos are between here and St. Louis, Missouri.
Shit, we will, but...
Here we are driving out of my driveway at a house. Look who's driving all the way to St. Louis. Oh, brother. There's my little pond right there. It's full of my bait fish for trot lines. No dead armadillos on this gravel driveway right here. I know that, but they will be dead armadillos as soon as we hit the pavement on what's called 13 Highway north of Springfield, Missouri. We are going to start finding them immediately. So here we go. All right, we have just entered the main highway here, and this is how serious I'm taking this. I have a counter right here. See that counter? I'm going to count the dead armadillos between here and St. Louis, and there is going to be a bunch of them, and boom, there was one right there. Number one is down. We went a quarter of a mile on this highway and already seen one. But I'll do some counting here. We'll just be clicking them off. Here we go, counting armadillos. All right, quick update. We have come 16 miles on 13 Highway coming into Springfield, and the counter is at 18. So we're averaging, there's another one, we're averaging a little over an armadillo per mile, which is pretty cool in a way, I guess. Not for the armadillos, but for the interesting part of this segment of videos. All right, we're gonna hit 44 Highway here in Springfield, heading east to St. Louis, and we're gonna really rack up the count. All right, another update here. We are in Marshfield, Missouri. There's another one. We are in Marshfield, Missouri, and I just clicked over 50 armadillos between my house and Marshfield, Missouri. Now, as we go further east towards St. Louis, there may be less and less. There's another one. They may be less and less. I'm not real sure how far east these things go. We're going to find out, though. We're at 50. Let's see if we can get her up to 100. All right, we are coming up on, where are we coming up on? Lebanon, Missouri, and I have 99, and I'm about to click to 100. Boom, 100. We are averaging about almost 1.5 armadillos per mile. This is crazy. And I have counted exactly 100 armadillos, and I've been pretty careful in my identification. Sometimes they're smashed flat, but like you say, the shell and the tail is the dead giveaway, even if they're smashed pretty flat, of what you've to identify an armadillo. I'm just telling you, there's another one. Boom, click that one right there. Just saw another one. My wife's driving, she's doing a good job. Remember, she's driven this far because I normally do all the driving, but I didn't want to drive and try to count armadillos. It's not safe, okay? It's not safe, it's stupid. Boom, there's another one right there. So she's driving, doing a good job, keeping us on the road. Time we get to St. Louis, we may have 200 armadillos counted for. This is crazy, folks. I'm just telling you, when there was no armadillos in this country 30 years ago, to have this many, it just, boom, there's another one. It just blows me away. All right, we are still counting armadillos, and I'm telling you, folks, it's getting out of hand. We are coming up on St. Roberts, Missouri, and we have counted, I have counted exactly at this point 181 dead armadillos from my house to St. Roberts. Now, that is getting close to 1 3/4 dead armadillos per mile. 1 3/4. And I've counted them legitly too. But we'll talk more about that as we go along here. But I'm just going to pick up my counting again past this next exit because we exited here a while ago. But we're at 181 dead armadillos. We're going to be reaching 200 plus, obviously. So let's see. Well, look at this. 200 dead armadillos from my house to where we're at. We are coming into the town of Rolla, Missouri, and we still have a long ways to go. I could actually reach close to 300 dead armadillos from my house to St. Louis. This is insane, folks. I mean insane how many armadillos are on the road. And this is crazy, but let's look for 300, see if we can do it. We're still counting them. Oh man, we made it to St. Louis. I tell you something, folks, this part of the country is infested with armadillos. I mean, it is infested. You're not going to believe the count here. Now, I did the best I could. I think the count I'm going to give you was probably, give or take, 5 armadillos. I was that accurate on my count and careful on what I saw as far as armadillo, the different stages of flatness. Some of them were flattened, some of them were fresh kills, just a whole myriad. But every armadillo that I could identify, I counted between here and my house, and that was about 220 miles is what I drove, my wife and I. About 220 miles to get here to St. Louis. We're headed to Portland, Maine. I'm going to try to do a couple videos while I'm out there. But I got my counter here, and it's just crazy, a phenomenal thing when you factor in how many armadillos are in this part of the country. And like I said before, 30 years ago, never seen an armadillo here in Missouri, ever, never. If you saw one, you would have flipped or freaked out. But they moved and migrated in here, and now they're everywhere. But I've got the count here. I've got my counter right here, and this thing is accurate. I punched it only when I saw an armadillo between here and St. Louis on the eastbound I-44 highway. The westbound, I obviously haven't gone down it yet and haven't been back, but I'm probably not going to count them going home because I figure the factor's going to be about the same. But here we go. This is it right here, folks. 348 armadillos, or 45, sorry. 345 armadillos is what I've seen between my house and St. Louis. Now, between my house and Springfield, there was 18. And that was only 16 miles. There was 18 armadillos. Then we got on 44, and I just kept clicking them off. And 345 dead armadillos between my house and Springfield and St. Louis, Missouri. That's insane. Think of all the armadillos in this country. 345. It's an accurate count. It's a real count. I'm not blowing steam here, nothing. It's a real count. I really did that. I really counted them. But I appreciate you watching this episode of me and you outside. A little bit different for sure. but something mighty, mighty interesting in my opinion. So wherever you're at in this whole world, have a good morning, good day, good night, my friends. Another video is coming right around the corner.